Hello, hello, hello. Mic check, mic check. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A special good afternoon to everyone. And a special welcome back to House of Well Champions League Edition 1 2025. After those hard toils, hard efforts, and absolute dedication on account of those recent floods, you won't believe that this whole area, this whole ground was submerged. Around 4 to 5 feet water. When you are having a great willpower, when you are having a dedicated team behind you, nothing can stop you from moving and just going on. And that's what the management committee of House of Well Champions League have done. Back with the action. And it goes straight down the ground. This might carry all the way. It does. 6. Lovely shot from Gauhar. Slightly overpitched. And it goes straight down the ground. And the best shot in any format you're going to play, that's making sure you go and hit it straight over the head of the bowler. Sultan Warriors Baramulla and Kotwa Warriors. Sultans playing their third match. Kotwa playing the last match of this tournament. And not a good start to Sultans. And again, smashes it lovely. Ho ho! That is some powerful blow. And he can't bowl that line to this man Gauhar, who's such a strong player on that upside. And you could see with one knee down, he just thrashes it through and through for 4. And after that disastrous start, Sultans just finding the control back. Using his fingers all over the bowl, but happened to bowl a wrong line around that upstump channel, and easy pickings. I was talking to the captain Nadim Dar on the toss, and he did mention we were expecting something big out of this tournament. You look at the season of Sultans, season of 2025, hasn't been something great and strong. They have been to the finals, they've lost too many, they have been out of some tournaments quite early in the league stage. But out here in House of Wealth, they're doing something commendable job again. Oh, makes it clear. He just wants to thrash the bowler when it is power play on. And all you just need to do, just make it sure you just go and cross the ball out of the circle. And that's what Gauhar is believing in. He is having some absolute control of the shots. What a great strike rate he is playing with. Not a great line. Half volley. And he bowled these lines in the power play just around a foot. Or else just could have carried all the way. Another boundary for Gauhar. And Sultan is finding the things back in control. Slower ball again. Just to the left of that mid-off fielder. Well, Sujil is having a thrash of his life. Good to see. It's Gauhar. Goodness me. This came out to be a very expensive over for Sultans, and that's what they need to do. And he tried to bowl another slower ball, a cutter, when happened to bowl a full toss, and that was good enough for this man to thrash it through extra cover for 4 runs. Lovely shot again. This will find the lost momentum back of Sultan Warriors Baramulla. And after a gap of around 27 days, House of Wealth Champions League edition first 2025 back on the track. A lot of questions being asked. Various. Where is the management? Why the action is not back on the platform? We just want to make it sure to everybody that this very ground that was completely submerged underwater on account of those heavy rains, or else this Champions League would have been concluded when nature has got some different plans. You find yourselves completely helpless. But rains off. Management committee of House of Wealth Champions League back on the track and back with a bang. And you can see all that on your screens. Chief Organizer Mr. Zaid Afzal. Title sponsor House of Wealth Financial Services Mr. Jahangir Alam. Mr. Javed Darial, the Chief Mentor. Also the Luktipora Cricket Association coming in with that handy efforts. You can't believe, it just looks like there was no floods at all. Such has been the efforts put in by this very House of Wealth Champions League committee. Great work. Looks lush green. You could see those great tracks. A lot of work being put in. Pitch curator Mr. Shifir Rasool just doing his all efforts. Chips in air. Will it be? Just balls between the two. That's a problem with Wasim Kachru. He looks committed for the shot pretty early. Lucky that he survives. The ball just falling between the mid-off and mid-on. Cover batting on 25 of 12. Kachru batting on 6 of 4. Faisal Manzoor, who is famous by the name of Faisal Pollard. An important thing to see, out here on account of Sultans. They need a big partnership. Because the way they lost that hitman, Tangmarg boy, Asim Bashir, after hitting a 6 back to the pavilion on the very next ball. Brilliant catch in the slips. And let's see how, Kotwa Warriors today come up with the plans. I've got some local lads in the combination in the playing 11. I could see the lefty, Ranji player, special wicketkeeper batter. Faisal Manzoor in the side. Arif leading the side as a captain. Hazil is also in. Sahil Khan is in. So that might give, a bit of tough competition to Sultan Warriors Baramulla. Already having 2 wickets down, but they are one thing pretty sure. That's the best thing again, of the Sultan Warriors Baramulla. You lose wickets pretty early, but you will not let this run rate go down. That's a strong zone. That's a strong strategy always for Sultans. So Sahil Khan into the attack. A change in bowling. Let's see how it works. And straight down the ground. Good stop. Bit of confusion between the two. Their throw. Needed to be pretty quick on the toes. Wasim Kachru is giving free hands to Gower to just take his time and just go for the aggression. I believe it's a good combination. Good planning as well. And he goes over point. Width offer. And Kachru is not going to leave that at all. He's a special plan of that point region. And you give him a width and offer, he will cash it into the count. Lovely shot. And with power play on, and you got to be quite careful with the line. That's an easy pickings for Kachru. He certainly has been in the glorious touch. He has been playing some wonderful knocks. That was a half track, but missed out completely on that moment. And I believe there is a call for the third umpire. Maybe that Frankfurt no ball is being checked. House of Well Champions League, Luktipora back on the track after a gap of around a month. Willpower, dedication, hard efforts, hard toil. Just starting from the same where you left. That's what House of Well Champions League is all about. And important, on the case of Kotwa Warriors, they have played some matches, they've gone their losses in all. But today, coming back, against the likes of Sultan Warriors Baramulla, they're all off, with a different combination. Kachru and Gauhar just looking for that consolidation. Going very strong at a good pace as well. And it goes again. There's a fielder down at the point. Oh, catches it. Goodness me, Kachru goes. And I believe this wicket should be credited to the captain. Just caught that fielder out there. He knows that Kachru has got this habit of just playing a bit outside. And especially with that inside-out shots. Keeping it full just outside off stump. And he falls to the same victim. That's a trap. That's a plot. And it worked beautifully for Kotwa Warriors. And top order goes absolutely collapsed. And you could see absolute disappointment on the face of Wasim Kachru. After having a start into the double figures. Not moving and growing. And Sultan Warriors Baramulla, they are tottering. They are struggling. And with top order back to the pavilion. It's something where Kotwa Warriors can fancy a chance. And in walks to the centre the man from Gandarbal is Danish Muzaffar. He has got an absolute record of having glorious number of runs to his name. What a magical ball, and Sultans, they're on the back foot. It's 45 for 4. Kotwa Warriors proving why they are the Warriors. Watch out. Watch out. This actually got an inside edge and straight onto the stumps. And Danish Muzaffar is all clueless. He's back to the pavilion. A golden duck. An absolute golden duck for Danish Muzaffar. Well, you never believe that these will be the situations of Sultans. It's a hat-trick ball for Sahil Khan. Can he? Can he? And eventually back. Zolo. Watchful defense. Leaning forward, plays it back long. A lovely over comes to an end. Just 5 runs. And 2 big fish. Kachru and Zolo. And it's only Gavaru just showcasing some talent out there at the screens. Projected score, it reveals around 180. They're going with 9 runs per over. And I believe this will open the doors for the captain of Kotwa Warriors. And he can use all his bowling options. He's got his freedom now. A lot depends on Zohar Zolo now. He's a man of clutch situations. And he has taken his side out of these, we believe, dangerous sign. He's got a lot of fair times. And cover. Let's see how he approaches now. He was looking aggressive. But he might just go and switches to the plan B. Big time in the game. And a very surprising and a big news also, an announcement for the cricketing fans, for the cricket teams. House of Well Champions League. As this league gets concluded, they switch to Jammu Division. The first edition out there in Jammu. That's very surprising. After having a lot of appreciation, good reactions, good feedback. The whole management committee of House of Well Champions League now all set to move and switch to Jammu Division after this gets concluded. And one more important thing about tomorrow's contest is the first match of the day between JK11 Shopping and Sultan Warriors Baramulla. That's surely going to be the match of the tournament. The team winning will top the pool. And when you top the pool, means you go straight to the semi-finals. There are no quarterfinals. And there are some qualifiers, some eliminators. Faisal Manzoor, who is famous by the name of Faisal Pollard, a very local guy. That is bowling. Magnificent line. Lovely stop. That cover region by the fielder, and eventually now those 4 quick wickets keeping Sultan Warriors onto the back foot. It's quite understood, but the need of the hour is these two will have to really look for that. Oh, not able to have that ball onto the bat, just hits it onto the top, and it goes straight down to that wideish mid-on. Not a run on that ball, a dot to finish. 6 overs gone, power play done. They're going at 8.70 runs per over. Losing toss, being invited to bat first. Sultans 49 for 4. Alhamdulillah. Shukr. Tashwa bhi theek hi? So, Sahil Khan, he will continue. What a magician he was with the ball in that last over. 2 wickets on 2 balls. And Zolo waits. Oh, lemon cut. He was trying to drive it through covers. Well, it's a big stage of the game now, that's for sure. So Zolo, he needs to be just showcase his patience level. And Gower has been there, quite impressive, 29 of 18. But Sahil Khan, I believe, he can experiment. And he has got 2 wickets in that last over, especially those 2 big fish. Oh, lovely ball again. He's trying to yuck. And he's trying to bring that ball into the black hole. And he's getting a very good success. You could see he's trying to bowl every fuller line. And Kotwa Warriors. What a show with the bowling in the power play. There's depth in the batting line of Sultans. Still captain Nadim Dar. We may see to Nadim Dar to come. Flex roll of the wrist on that moment. House of Well Champions League. Once again, we are having a check for that fat foot no ball. 2 umpires of the day, Mr. Arif and Mr. Zubair. Arif, the standing umpire. It will be given, and it is a no ball. Good decision. There you see Arif, the match official, calling it as a no ball, and it's a license to Zohur Zolo. It's a free hit. And is he sending it into the orbit? Once again, not able. Rather, it's Gower. It's not Zohur Zolo. He was Gower on the strike. Correction, beg your pardon. Slowly and steadily, the game progresses quite nicely. And let's try and talk about the pitch. And I believe there is not too many complaints where you can see and use. Ball does keep low. No, it comes nice on the blade. There is bounce. There is good carry. And if you are talented, if you are a skillful bowler, you can create problems for the batter. And eventually, Sahil Khan has been the living example so far. In the last over, he bowled quite a beautiful Yorkers. And he is asking questions very often. And a very, very good control. Sahil Khan. What a great act he is. Kotwa Warriors just proving out why they're the Warriors in this game. Have been very patient. Just got some different players in the playing 11 today. And asking caution straight away and hits the stumps. Lucky. Lucky. And I believe it's a bowler himself who says that he was not having any part of his hand involved. That's a spirit. That's a sportsman's spirit. Absolute spirit from Sahil Khan. And it's a dot to finish, number 7. We're done with 7. And Sultan Warriors Baramulla still struggling. It's 54 for 4. And one good thing on account of, the bowlers of Kotwa Warriors, why would they be liking and loving to bowl these two batters? The reason behind, both are right-handers. As a bowler, when you have got two batters out there playing with the same style, same hand, it does make you feel quite easy and convenient to bowl to both. That's another lucky point, I would say, on account of Kotwa Warriors. This is the stage. This is the brilliance. That's the scenario you got to try and follow. Move the scoreboard. Not wait for those loose balls. You just cannot rely heavily on those big shots. And I believe, as a commentator, I've witnessed it quite huge and quite at a big level. Some renowned batters of the Valley always believe in those big shots only. No matter any format you are playing, you got to be quite committed to the game. You got to believe in that, we believe in running policy. You got to believe in those rotation. Because as a batter, when you find yourself in that situation where it's completely, we believe tough and challenging, when the runs are not coming quite quick in the number of boundaries and sixes for you. Lovely shot from Zolo. Uses all his might, all his muscle and all his power. Goes over long off and goes for 6. Easy pickings. And when you ball him in the slot, he's never going to look back. Sujil has been hit for a maximum. Lovely control. And a great camera work. Keeps going, keeps sailing and keeps traveling. And on the road it goes for a big 6. First 6 from Zolo. And he goes on to a dozen now. So I was mentioning about that running policy, that running strategy. Because most of the times, the situation just brings you to that stage where singles can matter the most. This actually pushes me to go back to the final yesterday out there in Royal Premier League Pulwama. Valley Warriors Srinagar, they started up quite disaster. They were 34 for 4. Then came the Pulwama boy, Shabir Lefty. The way he batted, brilliant. He looked quite slow with that batting approach. He was not great with the strike rate. And I remember when he was on 20 and he almost had got for 32 balls. But as came those last 2 overs alongside Nadim Dar, they both looked unstoppable. And they both stayed unbeaten in those 40s. And that was the key point for Valley Warriors Srinagar, to have that upper and extra edge on the likes of Real Sultan and Samar. And then in the chase, Samar just looked very good with the start of around 27. And as the wicket, the first one fell, and they looked completely not in the game. And I believe same approach has to be shown by these two, because Gower just started quite aggressively. And now he holds just a bit slow approach now, knows that he has lost his partners on the other side. And I believe looking great. Only one thing what I would just try and appreciate more at the moment. Oh, just chips it straight. This is what I was mentioning. Committed for the stroke pretty early. And a safe catch. Straight to the bowler. It's a cut and bowl. Faisal Manzoor. Faisal Pollard strikes. Big man of crunch situation. Zolo goes. Is out on a dozen balls. And look at that. It was a half tracker. He could have smashed it anywhere he wanted. But he lost his cool and he lost his momentum. And Sultans, and half the team back to the pavilion. And it's under 70. Believe it, Sultans are on a back foot. And half the team back to the You could see the captain Nadim Dar out there in the center now. Going easy. Going tough for Sultan Warriors Baramulla. Kotwa Warriors are absolutely just stealing the show with their bowling approach. Always in the game of cricket, just giving you the lessons. Never predict pretty early. Hazil Manzoor caught the big fish. Zolo in that last over. Straight catch. And a lot depends on the captain. Nadi. Let's see how he goes. And goodness me, goodness me, goodness me, what's going on? Tries to go for a sweep. It was a left arm into the option. Missed out completely. A slower ball, just beaten completely and knocks the stumps all over. It's Gawar, the big man, who was just dealing single-handedly. Lost his cool, lost his shirt, and he lost his wicket as well. It's number 6. What's happening with Sultans? Sultans are losing the Sultanate. They're losing it at the hands of Kotwa Warriors in the first innings. Even though there is still the second innings to come off. But to talk about the batting approach, it's really miserable. It's really questionable. It's not on the top what you always believe and expect from the likes of Sultans. Now with Gawar walking back to the pavilion after scoring some brilliant runs. And Sultan Warriors Baramulla, they're all on to the back foot. And now walks to the center. One more. Here's Nadim. Here's Nadim, but he joins the captain Nadim Dar. Let's see these two Nadims do some miracle job for Sultan Warriors Baramulla. Sultans on the back foot. Just believe it, we're only in the number 9 overs and Sultans have just lost the 6 of them. Well, this is a miserable scene. I need to be watchful now. It's a game of watchfulness. It's a game of cleverness. It's a game of experience. It's a game of all legacy. And it's a game of all legends, what we have left behind you. And you just need to bring that all to the front and fore and take your team to something where you feel quite brilliant to defend that total. But Kotwa Warriors are proving why they're the Warriors out here in this game. Nadim Butt and Nadim Dar. Both boys just hailing from District Kulgam, playing for Sultan Warriors Baramulla, quite consistent. Oh, what was that? Almost just made it straight down to the bowler. Luckily that he just happened to go towards the left of that bowler. Look at that. Nothing short at all. There is still Umesitu to come. There is still Salman, the big man from Baramulla, to come. He can hit some big, he can hit some big shots. And all just depends on the captain. Lovely drive. And it's a stage of going in 1s and 2s now. And Nadim will have to play some knock. And a feeling for the cut behind, but umpire reflexes his arms and says it's a wide ball. Kotwa Warriors have been quite brilliant with their approach when it comes to the discipline in their extras. Not giving too many. And even though there is a lot of time left in the first innings, just makes that number of overs completed. It's only 9 of them. There are still 11 overs more to come. If you go run a ball, you still can be able to just go and cross over 120. And if you go with the current, that will take you to around 150. Then it will be quite a fighting total. That's a big task at the hands of these two Nadims. Ali Gower could just play some knock of around 35. Hassan Bashir out for 6. Kachru out for 10. Zolo out for 12. Not too many big runs under the belts of the top order of Sultan Warriors Baramulla. Sahil Khan, brilliant with the ball. 2 wickets. Hazil got a wicket in that last. And Hazil goes back with the ball now. Top stage, top conditions. And they got to try and have a hand and a control on the situation as Sultan Warriors Baramulla. Let's try and have a look on the field. There is a gully. There is a straightish point. There is a covers. There's mid off. There's long off. There is long on. Mid wicket and a square leg. And you can't afford to just have too many dots at the moment. That's quite understood, because there's a lot of pressure just going through the mind of the batters. Quite new to the crease. 6 wickets down. This is where Kotwa Warriors will have to tighten the noose, I believe. And now keeps low this ball. That's something you got to try and be careful at. Nadim Dar. A lot of criticism against this man, the skipper of Sultan Warriors Baramulla. A lot of complaints about his leadership qualities recently. And he's a fighter. He's a big man. And he goes over covers. There is a fielder. I believe this is the best time for Nadim Dar to try and come up with some big knock and just try and shut off the mouths of all those critics. As a batsman, I just speak those things. And a very good ball. Another dot to finish. Great over comes to an end. Not too many in this over. Half the stage through. Sultans losing toss, being invited to bat first. Struggling and just having an absolute collapse. 6 down. There are 68 runs on the board. A lot will be given to the captain of Kotwa Warriors. The way he has just handled the bowlers. The way he has just changed those bowlers. Oh, goodness me, what a ball. The butt was leaning forward, trying to go for defensive. The ball just spins away from the man. He was just bamboozled, I would say, on that. Lovely spin away. Slow approach. And that gives Kotwa Warriors the best opportunity to try and deal the best. Nadim Dar, just one run he plays. Oh, misses! Can you believe it? That was a hit ball. And even though Nadim Dar is helpless on that, he was aiming to smash it over mid-wicket. And he just falls and falls and has no connection. And you could see the body language of Kotwa Warriors just giving you the full knowledge, giving you the full expressions. No, they're on the top of the tree in the first innings. Said Mushtaba. Goodness me, what a control he's having. And only 2 runs conceded. He's bowling something unstoppable stuff. Another great over comes 10 and 11 gone. 2 from it. It's 70 for 6 Sultans. Need to play around 15 overs without losing anymore. That should be the plan. Keep those 3-4 runs every over. Have something on the board. Then in the last 5 overs, you can go for the slog. Look at these 2 Nadims. One who hails from Ashmuji Kulgam, another who hails from Tinkipora. Tinkipora Kulgam. And to Kulgam lads. And they have to really showcase how to deal in these cringe situations. And captain now comes with the ball. He starts his first and starts the dozen. And he bowls medium pace. And he has got 6 men on the off. And he goes from the road end. Soft skills into the play. And once again, I would say a lot of efforts. Good endeavours. Good hard work. It was a challenge and accepted quite nicely by the management committee of House of Well Champions League. And after those heavy floods, I tell you, this whole ground was submerged around. It was 4 to 5 feet of water. You could have watched it on the social media. But as those rains stopped, the management committee came back with that willpower and dedication. He made it just look like completely a new brand. And he flicks it. There is a fielder at the deep backward square leg. And, doing hard work, just making it completely lush green, just washing that, we believe that dirt and soil that was on the top of this ground. And wickets getting prepared. A lot of thanks to the pitch curator, Mr. Shafi Saab, who is sitting close to me in the comment. Oh, glorious. That is a watchful shot from this man, Nadim, but just slightly over pitch. And he crashes it through covers. A lovely cover drive for 4 runs. Of the long gap they needed this boundary. And Butt has come up. That will ease the nerves. And it looks like, if you try and just look at, very close and keen on the conditions of the pitch, it's too good to bat on. No more complaints. Nice bounce, nice carry, comes nice onto the blade. And if you're a potential bowler, you can create problems for the batter. That's what has been shown so far from Kotwa Warriors. Slowly and steadily. Oh, again, just mistimes it. He was looking onto that leg side. It was a leading edge. Just bowling shot to that backward point. Lucky for Neddy. Another great over comes to an end. 8 runs from it. 12 gone. Just going over 6. It's 78 for 6 Sultans. And they are facing the heat. And facing the heat of the bowling of Kotwa Warriors. They have come off a strong side today. And showcasing and presenting some challenging situations at the hands of Sultans. Said Mujtaba. What a magical spell he is bowling. 2 overs, 1 for 6. It's all going quite slow. Partnership growing slowly. That's a knee, that's a situation that pushes it through. They got to deal this way. They can't just bear this very, we believe dot balls quite to the extent. Reason behind your lost 6 wickets pretty early in the power play and are not thinking, just looking quite great for your control. And I believe you to Nadim's. Just playing a very good role. And I believe, let's try and have a look, on the approach of Kotwa Warriors. The captain is bringing Said Mujtaba. Always it has been a tough call for the batters, especially the right-handers, against the likes of left-arm options. That's why Said Mujtaba has been so impactful. Only a wicket to his name, but look at that number of runs he's conceded. Only 9 of them. He is bowling his third. You could see in last 29 balls, just a single boundary that was hit by Nadim Dar. And wrapped on the pad is I believe he's bowled him, knocked him over. Oh, goodness me, this is Said Mujtaba I was mentioning. Not the good way to deal. On the back foot, just ball coming quite close, quite quick, and good enough for Nadim Dar to just knock him all over. This will give you the clear view. Just watch it. Oh, goodness me, not the good way to deal with this ball. And it just beats him, and good enough to beat him completely. And captain goes, Dar back to the pavilion. Not scoring too many. And with that, Sultans 7 down. And just look at the number of runs, it's only 81. They are just like a pack of cards being scattered on the house. This is something you never see quite often with the likes of Sultan Warriors Baramulla. Captain goes back, and in walks to the man. He is known for those swinging abilities. That's Umesh Ittu. Let's see how he deals. Not easy to pick Said Mujtaba. That was an absolute googly, I would say. And Nadim Dar falls to the same. Sultan Warriors, the problem continues. The bad patches and phases continue. The batting collapses continue. And Umesh Ittu could be the number 2. Oh, gone! Gone! It's 2-2. Said Mujtaba, you beauty. He has got an absolute magic in his bowling, and you could see Umesh Ittu, the ball keeping low, wanted to smash it to a square leg, just not pointing it completely onto the blade. There was a fielder just catching it brilliantly. It's 2-2, and Mujtaba, Said Mujtaba, he will be on a hat-trick. Watch that. He needed to bring more force in that ball. The ball just came a bit slow to this man. Sudhir, the catcher. Sujil Manzoor, the local guy, the catcher. And believe it, Sultans, 81 for 8. And Said Mujtaba, even though just ball is the last ball off his third, he will be on a hat-trick. He has got 1 over to bowl. And Kotwa Warriors absolutely on the top of the tree. Well, it's something where Sultans are in a danger of being wrapped under 100. Can Kotwa Warriors do that miracle? Well, I would say it will be an absolute miracle if they do, because just bowling them under 100, that is some special talent in the bowling. New man in is Azim Rathar. He's another great all-rounder for Sultan Warriors Baramulla. It's a tough stuff. Sahil Khan. Good move by the captain. Already 2 wickets to the column. One thing that actually goes through my mind is, can they play the full quota of 20 overs? They've got only 2 wickets in hand now. You know, having just 6.5 more overs to go, they've got only 2 wickets in hand. That's a serious situation at the hands of Sultans. And the first left-hander, Azim Rathar. That is something, you know, you needed to just look quite upfront. You could have promoted him, because having left and right-hand option could have been just something quite, you know, we believe quite beneficial for the likes of Sultans. Talk about Nadim Dar, 13 of 20. He has been just doing something quite great in the past. Who knows, he just repeats it. And Apish, cover fielder. Oh, drops. Can you believe it? The only catch has been put down, and this could have been the number 9. They have been so brilliant in the field. They have been so great with the catching. And when it comes to matter the most, you drop a very, very lollipop one. It could have been Nadim Dar back to the pavilion, and it could have been the number 9. Who knows? This can be the moment. And this drop catch can make you pay a lot, Kotwa Warriors. And it drives it again, long off, catches it on the next ball. Oh, goodness me. Well, I would say this is not the great presence of mind by Nadim, but why would you go for that shot? This is all something out of the box, out of the book. You are dropped on the previous ball. Why would you go and try to smash down the ground on the next ball? This is absolutely something great bowling stuff from this man, Sahil Khan. Rolling fingers all over, and long up knows all the jubilation. He's a celebrated man. So are Kotwa Warriors. And the disappointment and helplessness in the dugout of Sultans. Number 9, but goes for 13 of 21. And I believe it's a check-up no ball. And it's a fair ball. He will have to go and depart. He leaves back to the dugout. And that makes Sultan the last man in the form of Salman, the big and tall guy, walks down to the middle. And Kotwa Warriors, this has been an absolute bowling dominance. Normally in the commentary we say batting carnage. But look at that. It has been the bowling carnage from Kotwa Warriors. And the anguishness, the happiness, the celebration, the aggression on the face of Sahil Khan just sums up the whole story, what it has been so far in the bowling. It's 83 for 9. Just 14th over in progress. And this is what I always believe in. Cricket, a respectful game. You respect it, it respects you big. You disrespect it, it can disrespect you badly. And that is what has happened with the likes of Sultan Warriors Baramulla. Believe it. They're 9 down, it's just 83 on the board. Salman has got a century as well to his name. Quicker one. Just a bit late to that short reaction. Sultan Warriors Baramulla. They're going through some bad performances, already out of Royal Premier League in the very league stage, not making it to the knockout stage. And out here at the hands of Kotwa Warriors, just facing the heat. Great over comes to an end. Sahil Khan, a great wicket in that of Nadim. 3 overs for him, 3 for 12. And overall, it's 14 gone. It's 83 for 9. And as a fan of Sultans, it has been a tough story. It has been tough going. And if you are really the fans of Kotwa Warriors, you are having a great day. And Saeed Mujtaba, remind you, bowling is last and he's on a hat-trick. He picked up 2 wickets on the number 5 and number 6. The last over he bowled number 3 off his quota. And they will be eyeing and making some changes in the field. And that's what we could see. Slips in place. Short covers in place. Short mid-wicket in place. That's totally something serious going on. Can Azim Brothar hold this ball? Waits. Oh, just watches it till late and lets it go straight. That's a straighter. There's no hat-trick. Look at that bowling spell of Mujtaba. 3.1, 3 for 9. With an economy of just 3 runs, that tells you the story of great an impact he has just made on the game. House of Well Champions League, Edition 1, 2025, back on the track. After a big gap of around 27 days on account of those heavy floods, heavy rains. But what a great effort. Ultimately, you know, credit must be given to the management committee, the organization body of this House of Well. Just making this ground absolutely all ready for the play. And you could see now at your screens, this is going quite sublime. Wonderful scenes from this very Luktipora cricket ground. Watchful. That's the plan now. Left and right in combination. Try and play those remaining overs. Get around 20-25. You know, make the total just get past 110, 120. And just not carrying through. There was a slips in place. I believe he just controlled a shot at the last moment. Or else there was a slips waiting for that catch. Nicely deflected. And Azim Brothar looks not interested for the single. Could have been a 1. And he denied the single, just a single from the over. Mujtaba done with his quota. He picked up 3 wickets, just conceding 10 runs. And this is some serious situations for Sultan Warriors Baramulla. You never believe the game of cricket can come quite harsh at you, and that's what has happened to Sultans today. Kotwa Warriors have been absolutely brilliant with the balls. Captain Arif, there is Adil Lefty, there is Faisal Manzoor, there is Saeed Mujtaba, there is Shajil, some local lads, only 4 players I believe just playing from Kotwa. And these local lads are giving a tight and tough competition to Sultan Warriors Baramulla. And I believe captain just making Sahil Khan to get his overs done. He's bowling his last. Another great special spell. 3 for 10. It's Sahil Khan. He's got fair bit of experience. 42 matches, 45 wickets, best 4 for 10. And on the onside, we could see a 5-leg shot up in the circle. Scare leg mid-wicket, long gone. And Eventually, it's quite understood, there will be a lot of dot balls. And the plan of these two batters should be to try and just get through all along. Play these remaining overs. But the problem with the side is that they're having only one wicket in hand, It's not going easy. And if they just manage to get over 100, get around 16 to 20 runs more, they can ask some questions when they get back to the defense in the second innings, Sultans. Straight up in the air. The ball is running. And a good stop from the it could be. Oh! Had he been able to just have that ball completely in his right hand, this could have been Salman. Run out. Not a good communication, not a good calling between the two. Everything is going not good in favor of Sultans today. Just watching the frame. Oh, Sultan was nowhere close. He could have been run out by yards. Tomorrow, Sultan Warriors Baramulla playing against the JK11 Shopian. That's going to be one of the close contests and a great match of the tournament. And the team winning tomorrow will go to the top of the pool. Good cricket from Azim Rathar. And he knows that every run can come quite crucial. And one important thing again, what I would love to just just actually goes through my mind. That's the approach of the batters of Sultan Warriors Baramulla. To me, I believe they were all hasty. Oh, lovely. That's a glorious cut drive from Salman. Slightly over pitching, outside up stump. And that bisection, that was something glorious from Salman. Lovely shot. Just watch out. And just opening the face of the blade. That was perfectly played between those two. Point and cover. And down to the fence, it runs away for a glorious boundary. Said Mushtaba is done with his quota. Khan Sahil done with his quota. And both these two share 6 wickets each. And one more important thing about the likes of Said Mushtaba, I would love to mention that he has been an underrated cricketer. And he hails from district Shopian. Hasn't been onto the social media quite a lot. He's a fabulous fielder, great all-rounder, especially known for his bowling skills. And if I do get the time, I will definitely have a talk with the man. Arif, the captain, back with the ball. Still a long way to go for Sultans. Watchful. And a very good running between the wicket. Well, these are quite handy runs. That's quite understood. And I believe Kotwa Warriors just taking it a bit easy. They should not allow these two batters to sneak through for these singles. Because 110, 120 can be a good total on the surface. After a long time, action. Cricket being played on this wicket. And Sultans have got some wonderful line when it comes to ball. Another single. Another great contribution. And a great throw. It's an overthrow, costing the one more. That's where you can be hurt when you get back to the chase. And into the 90s now. Slowly and steadily, these two just looking quite great in control, I believe. This is some good contribution. Can't take it off. Can't count it off, I would say. Very great contribution. That's how the batters, the real dependable batters of Sultans should have batted. And they should take some lessons, I believe, from these two, how to tackle the situation. Except to go and no batter, chips in here. That's in the gaps. The man from long off has to come a long way. Getting close to the 100 runs on now. Arif, who hails from Wachi, who's doing and bowling his second, none for 13. He's also the captain of the side. Gloriously played. Onto the back foot. Quickly transferring all his weight. Oh, sliding effort, diving effort from the man. All the way from covers. Not able, and Sultans are back on the platform. It's Salman. Second boundary to the man. And in the meantime, there is a signal from the umpire. It's a no ball. It's a bonus. And Salman will love to make that ball dispatch. He has nothing to lose. And he finds himself in the situation where he can have everything to gain. Is he making this ball travel into the orbit? Is he going down the track? Goes Arif into Salman. And not able to have that slog well. In the meantime, the wicketkeeper just dislodges the bails. Can be out only in the form of run out. That was a free hit. There is he. And actually on the left, he just lost the ball in his glove, or else he could have been. It's turning out to be quite a good over. 10 runs from it. Last ball. Nicely played. Opening the play. So Azim Rathod not ready to go for a single. Salman had to go back. A dot to finish. And after 17 with 3 overs to go, these two are really contributing well. They're past 100. It's 101 for 9. This is something where it can come out quite serious situations for Kotwa Warriors. Now. Another change. I believe now it's Rahul Kattal. Rahul Kattal gets ready to bowl now. Bowling is first and bowling the 18th of the innings. These two have played some fabulous cricket. Salman 11 of 11, Azim Rathod 7 of 11. Good partnership at the time when it needed the most. And can Kotwa Warriors wrap them up under 20 overs? What a special bowling performances. And I believe it's not a good move, to try and make a bowling change, bringing a new change into the option. Captain could have gone back to some experienced bowler who already has got some overs left. The idea from Kotwa Warriors should be to try and wrap the innings quite quickly. Because you let these two score runs just around 10-20 more in the remaining overs. And you were chasing 120. That might be something very challenging. It's totally just looking a bit more control in the, oh, how well he played that. at the last moment, guided it quite nicely. Making sure they're going run a ball every ball. It's 1 of 3 for 9. Hazim 8 of 12. Salman goes run a ball, dozen of dozen. Sultans already have played 2 matches. They've got 2 wins. They're into the 3rd. They play the 4th tomorrow against the likes of JK11 Shopian. A match of the tournament. And both the teams will be fighting hard to try and just be on the top of the pool and go straight to the semi-finals. These two have added some valuable runs for around 20. Oh, wrong ball. Just not able to hit that properly. Straight to the square leg. It could have been dispatched for a maximum. And he goes straight over the point. Should look for 2. They are coming back for 2 more runs. Not a great throw. Should look for 3 now. And now, as he brought it on, the other non-striking stump was just crossing the stumps quite a huge and long. Well, this is a wonderful partnership. And Kotwa Warriors just leaving it, you know, just letting it loose, I would say. Giving ample freedom. Oh, could have been the catch. Wicketkeeper missing. Well, this is where we call it's a fraction of luck for Salman. It's going over to 107 for 9. Last ball. Kattal in this over is conceded 6. Good thing for Sultan Warriors. They are playing the full quota. Just 2 overs left after this gets done. Wrapped on the pad. I believe there was some inside edge. Down to the square leg through for another single. Makes it 7 from the over. 18 gone. It's 108 for 9. And time to speak about a big announcement from House of Wealth. It's the first edition in Jammu. It's, I guess, to be started around in the first month, in the first week of December 2025. That's going to be an absolute tournament of House of Wealth Champions League. First edition in Jammu. Cricket fans, get ready for a winter pack action. This winter you will have an absolute action of cricket. Bank. Nice drive, but straight to the short covers inside the circle, not for the runs. 11 balls left. I believe this has been something where Kotwa Warriors have lacked a lot. They could have been able to just bundle out Sultan Warriors Baramulla under 100, but they just let it loose a bit. Gave complete freedom to these batters, especially when the left and right hand combination is out there in the center. That is something that always comes up quite handy for the team. So this is what I was mentioning pretty early. When you were losing wickets, Sultans could have promoted Azim Rathir. He's a good player. He's a good batter. He's known for his, we believe, good rotation. And it goes. It goes all the way. It goes one bounce, over covers, and it goes for a 4. This is big man coming big at the big moment. This is Salman from Baramulla. And a much needed cameo. When it needed, he just comes up and delivers. He is 19 of 15. And now 113 for 9. Sultans feeling themselves in the safe zone. 30 runs partnership. Oh, Upish might go all the way. It's a biggie. It's a 6. It's a half a dozen. Big man has come up with a big shot. This is Salman Payu. A magnificent strike. A magical touch on that ball. A boundary followed by a 6. This is something absolutely stunning. And after a long gap of around 27 days, and it looks like that House of Wealth was not at a halt. It was not delayed. That energy level, that excitement is still on the best and the peak. Salman is dealing it all. He is showcasing his whole talent of being a big man and big match winner. And you know that when those heavy floods in this part of the world that just were just on the top and got this whole ground under this water, that was completely submerged. And when you got the dedicated team of House of Wealth, full of will, full of power, full of dedication and loyalty, you can bring something brand, and this is what House of Wealth has come up again. Something absolutely exquisite, I would say. A dot to finish. Captain has been taken for too many. Has got 1 over left, 19 gone, 1 to go. It's 120 for 9 now. And now Sultan's feeling they are in the safe house. What a shot from this man. He is doing it single-handedly. Salman. Watch out. Not a great ball. On to the full, and Salman a big man. And he sends it big. Straight on the road. It's 126 for 9 with 5 balls to go in. Salman on 26 of 17. Is indeed a match winner for his side, Sultan Warriors Baramulla. Cuttle hit for a 6. And that's what Sultans are all about. Never take them off. That was a wow 6. Again, here goes. Ho, 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 ho! Over long off. Back again on the road. Salman is absolutely going explosive. He's dominating. He's absolutely creating some scenes out here. And who knows? This is that over what they were looking for. Taken to the cleaner. This is Cuttle. And he is receiving that punishment. Courtesy Salman from Baramulla. The Baramulla boy doing the Baramulla things. They crumble. Out walks to the man who rises to the occasion is Salman from Baramulla. Can it be a hat-trick of sixes? Oh, just dropped. Oh, this is what luck can do. Fortune favouring the brave. Easy catch being put down. And overall, it has been the second catch that's been put down by the fielders of Kotwa Warriors. Look at that partnership, 50 of 36. Everything goes in the hands of Sultans now. Should have been taken easy. And he looked awkward in that position. No proper balance. And now Sultans, I believe, they're having an absolute control on the game. It's Hazil who waits. And pulled him! Just goes across the line. A slower ball from Rahul Kattal. And Rathod has been knocked over. Out for 11. Sultan all out. 133 in 19.4 with 2 balls to go. Salman stays not out on 39. And you could see some absolute disappointment on his face. He needed to be on that. Last 2 balls could have fetched some more runs. That was not going great. But Salman, what a great innings. Not out 39 of just 19 balls. And a knock to remember. The highest scorer from Sultan Warriors. And they have done it all. Can they depend on now? And Kotwa Warriors need 134 in their allotted 20 overs. And can they defend? Can they just defend these runs? It will be surely the time that's surely going to decide the fate of this game. Hope you've enjoyed. We'll be back with the second innings. Till then, enjoy. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
मैक्स होम सॉल्यूशंस पर आओ, निट को टाइल्स लगवाओ, घर को स्टाइलिश बनाओ।
Salman from the side screen end. Drives it straight. Yeah, we could see in the first innings there was something for the bowlers as well, especially when you were having a good number of, we believe, variations as a bowler. Can create some tasks. Salman, who is very fast with his pace. And power play is crucial for both sides. Sultans would love to just get some wickets in the power play, 2 or 3 of them. And he hooks well. Will go surely. And it does go over square leg and goes for the first ball. Nicely transported all his weight onto the back foot. He was committed onto the front, but then you could see proper control. And hooks it beautifully, and beautifully it has gone for 4 runs. So the first run is on the board. Nice comeback by Salman. And Salman has got this knack of taking early wickets in the power play. And out here the situation could be different. Kotwa Warriors will surely, they would have come up with the plans. And again, and this could, oh no, drops! And in the meantime, ample time for Samir to come back for 2 more runs. I believe it was sun's light that got into the eyes of that man at fine leg. I guess it was Zolo. Last ball. Nicely played. Very great approach. That's a good start to the chase. That single takes it to the 7. And all the runs have come from the blade of Samir. And he will be keeping the strike. Adil Rashid will have to still wait. And you look at the Sultan Warriors bowling appearances. They've got Nadim Dar, they've got Azim Rathar. And I was telling you about the power play. That's surely going to come crucial for both sides. Warriors, Kotwa, they would love to just score runs. They have got a good start to the first 7 of them. And now, let's see who gets the ball. I believe it's Azim Rathar. Has been a regular customer for Sultans in the recent past. Not a big total, it's what Kotwa is chasing, around 134. Just slightly under 7 is what they are going to. Having 7 runs on the board in the very first over. They're kicking quite nicely. Slips in place. Captain Nadim Dar. Good move to have a left arm against the right-hander batter. Wrapped on the pan. Up goes the finger straight away. It's a magical start to Azim Rathar. First ball. And he strikes. Big fish. Samir departs out for 7. LBW. And Sultans have the first victim. It's the first blood drawn. Now you could see the players of Sultans in a hurdle. They will just make these runs for Kotwa Warriors to pay a huge lot for the same. And that's what we call earn those runs. Once again, left arm spinner doing the deal. Let's see who walks down to the centre as a number 3. Very crucial stage and position for the team. And they always send in something special, and someone special rather. The one down batter. I believe he's Cuttle, if I'm not wrong. And he was leaning forward. There was a bit of slight flight in that ball. He's Rahul Cuttle, the man from Kotwa. Nadim Dar just busy and just marshalling his troops. And you look onto the offside, you will find Hassan Bashir at the point, Masitu in the covers. There is a mid-off as well. Rather, I would take it as an extra cover. There's a long off in place. Okay. And one more victim. Well, this will give you the clear view. And it's a leg before wicket. When you are hit on your back leg, always it gets quite easy for the umpire to raise his finger, especially when the ball is in line. So I wasn't happy at all with Rahul Cuttle to be sent in at the number 3. You needed someone who could be quite senior and quite, we believe, good with the sound, good with the technique, good with experience. And I believe Faisal Manzoor could have been the best option to be sent down at number 3. But captain, management, just went with Rahul Cuttle and is out on the second ball, silver duck, or the third ball, bronze duck, I would say. He was out on the third ball. And Asim Rathar, what a day he's having. And he batted nice for his 12, and now he has got 2 wickets on his first over. Sultans doing the same. What was done to them? They're doing it absolutely, showing an absolute control in the power play. So now it's really tough situation. And the man from Shopian, Said Mushtaba, is a very, very great all-rounder. He showed his legacy with the ball. He is now all to show with his blade. House of Well Champions League, doing wonders, bringing you some best cricket out here from Luktipora cricket ground. It was delayed. The reason behind it was heavy floods. This ground was submerged. The water that was around 4 to 5 feet top. And management committee of House of Well just doing some wonderful job in making the action back on the stage. And also, as this gets concluded, there is a special announcement that we are going to Jammu then. That will be the first edition in the Jammu of House of Well Champions League. So cricket not stopped, cricket not halted, cricket not delayed. House of Wealth. And it is House of Wealth. It's cricket everywhere. And it's cricket all the time. Great over comes to an end from Azim Rathar. 2 wickets. And after 2, it's 7 for 2. Chasing 134 Kotwa Warriors. And now captain takes Salman off. And it's Nadim Dar who finds himself back with the ball. Bowls right arm. Look at that number of matches. 568. Same number of wickets. And he is an absolute legend when it comes to the same. So Adil Rashid, ex-Ranji cricketer from Kulgam, a special wicket-keeper batter. A lot will depend on this man. Now he gets ready to face the first ball. has been off the strike. And Kulgam, lad against a Kulgam boy. What a contest. Oh, ball him! First ball! Ho-ho! Look at that! This is something mesmerizing, and Adil Rashid just nothing at all. He's stunned and surprised, and you could say from his reactions, it tells you the story. And Nadim Dar strikes on the post ball. Big fish, big chase, watch out. Oh, that was a ball. That was a dream ball. That is a pitch. How sharply turned. And at the last moment close to that bat, it turned and just got through the bat and pad, through the defence, straight onto the stumps. And Adil Rashid departs. It's 7 for 3. And Kotwa Warriors struggling big way. Now this means Sultans have got the real idea. Bring as many as spinners you have got in the lineup. And bring Kotwa Warriors absolutely on the back foot. And captain from Kotwa Warriors walks down to the middle. But Adil Rashid, well, he got a ball off the tournament, I would say. Same was Manzoor Pandey he got from Azim Rathar. Now Nadim Dar just bowling another dream ball and finds a dream wicket of Adil Rashid. Believe it, it's 7 for 3. It's more disastrous than what we saw in the first innings from Sultans. And Captain Arif Vichi now into the middle. Sultans showing why they are the real Sultans. And they are not going to leave and lose that Sultanate. And Captain just showcasing. Wrapped on the pad. Should be another one. It is. Ho-ho! It's 2 and 2 for the captain. Arif also departing. Jasper's ball, golden duck for the man. Nadim Dar, you beauty, is on a hat-trick. What a start to this man. Captain leading from the front. And all smiles. It's all smiles on the faces of Sultans. And your captain is sealing the deal. This pitch looks absolutely helpful for the bowlers now. Especially if you are a spinner for your side. Ball does come slow. And it does sticks around. You've got to be quite careful, especially onto the back foot, I believe. Could be the best choice as a batsman. And Faisal Manzoor, and was known for his full-out shots. But situation looks miserable. Looks absolutely in a fiasco. And I believe Sultan Warriors are making and counting the scenes. And Nadim Dar on hat-trick. We saw a couple of moments in the first innings, but nobody was able to find that hat-trick. Could Nadim Dar be the man and who finds the hat-trick? He makes some changes, slips in place. Silly point. There's a short leg as well. Short mid-wicket. Goes, hat-trick ball. And he smashes it. And a good stop from the man. The fine leg region. And Faisal gets off the mark straight away. As with 3 times today, we have seen that the bowlers have come on to the moment of taking a hat-trick. It hasn't been possible any moment. Said Mushtaba, left-handed all-rounder from Shopian. And Faisal Manzoor giving him a company. And this is now what we call a serious situation. It's 8 for 4. And a long way to go for this train to travel on the track. Washful on that moment, leaning forward, defensively plays it. One ball, rather 2 balls to go in this over. And deliberately just gives a bit of flight in that. And you could see the smiles. You could look at the body language. That will give you the hint that Sultans are really in the top. Look at that, silly mid-on in place. Oh, this is number 3. Oh, what a captaincy. What a bowling from Captain Nadim Dar. He was serious with that silly mid-on position. He got the man, I believe, Wasim Bashir there for the last 3 balls. And eventually Said Mujtaba not in full control, leaning forward, watch to go defensive. But the ball just pops and goes straight to the silly mid-on. This will give you the clear view. Watch out. And he was not in position. And this is a great catch. It's Nadim Butt rather, no Wasim Bashir. It's Nadim Butt from Luktipora. So Nadim helping Nadim to find that catch and a wicket. 2 Nadims doing the destruction. And talk about Kotwa Warriors. I believe a history is about to be scripted around here at House of Health. It's 8 for 5. And is it coming out the lowest total today in this league? Nadim Dar, 1 over, 1 run only, and 3 wickets. And tough for the commentator to analyze it. Is it 3 wickets or is it 3 runs? Well, this is 3 wickets for Nadim Dar. Hey, he's a serious captain, serious talent, serious lad, experience carries always. And now this 134 looks all tough and challenging. Half the team back to the pavilion in just a matter of first 3 overs in the power play. Just 8 runs on the board. And Azim Rathar, he picks up 2 in his first. Dar picks up 3 in his first. These 2 share 5 wickets in a matter of just 12 balls. Zahid, the new man, could stop again. I believe Faisal Manzoor has got really some serious concerns. Well, he's a bit reluctant. Should he go big? Should he go defensive? Should he go slow and soft? And he goes. There is a mid-wicket. Another wicket is on the toe. No! Just running quite hard and quick, but not getting his hands. And 1 bounce over wideish long on the ball. Rises away quickly for 4 runs. Well, it's only Faisal Manzoor who can give a challenge. Watch out. Azim Rathar is not hesitating in producing too much of flight to the ball. And he could have got that chance, but eventually he was not in that perfect position. It's dozen on the board for 5. And if you try and analyze, if you try and compare the situation, Sultans also were in struggling situations in the power play, but one good thing for them, they were good they were good with the number of runs. That's why they finally finished at around 133. And a good take behind the stumps by keeper. That's Wasim Kachru. So quick, so active, so acrobatic. And he just puts extra pressure on the mind of the batter Zahid. Not able to read. Not able to pick. This is really coming quite tough for these batters to pick those 2 spinners from Sultans, Azim Rathar and Nadim Dar. So it's easy going for Sultans. And almost got one more. Almost got one more. Missed it by a whisker. Another dot. Finishing just 5 from it. 2 for 5 after his 2 overs. So 4 overs done. 2 to go of the power play. It's 13 for 5 chasing 134 Kotwa. Nadim Dar will continue. And big time for this big band to come big at this big moment. Straight down the ground. The fielder just looks quite close. And eventually on the bounce he stops it. Nice stop from Zohar. Zohar Zolo. Also failed today with the bat out on the first ball. There you see. Very good control. He was running fast and quick. These two, Zahid and Faisal. Local guys. They know each other quite well. Need to have the real belief in their capabilities. Need to showcase their ability at this crucial moment. At least to produce a fight. Or else this looks just a one-side contest. It was an absolute collapse with the batting from Sultans today. Only the lower order in the form of Azim Rathri and Salman could bat out quite well. But they are showing their dominance with the ball. Defending the total quite easily. 5 wickets they've been able to pick. And a stock ball from Dar. Quicker one. Reads it quite quickly and plays it straight to the covers. Faisal. Okay, no runs. House of Well Champions League back on the track. Resuming after a gap of around 1 month. And he goes for the big shot. Connects well. Travels well. And finds a good distance. It's half a dozen for Faisal Manzoor. And a local boy from Prisal Kulgam. And he does Kulgam things. Just watch out. And let's see what Nadim has got now. And up to the pad. Could be. No. Umpire shaking his head. Maybe drifting down the leg. That was a loud appeal. And umpire just thought otherwise. And Faisal survives on the last ball. So 5 overs gone. And it was drifting down the leg. So a good decision. After 5. Slightly going over 4. It's 21 for 5. And Nadim Dar doing good things. He brings Azim Rathri for his 3rd. Now store the power play. Even though there was a 6 in that last over by Faisal Manzoor. And if you look closely on the field, you will see 2 slips in place. Nadim and Danish. So we're standing at the backward point to Mess, straightish point. Asim Bashir in the covers. Long off in place as well. 6 men on the offside looks completely cordoned off. It's not going to be easy for Zahid to try and score runs. You could see he's batting on 1 up 6. It's quite understood the circumstances they're going through. Under power play, they are 5 down, which is 21 on the board. Only Faisal Manzoor has been there for 13. That was a quicker one. On the back foot, quickly just plays it. So let's try to talk about tomorrow's match early in the morning between JK11 Shopping and Sultan Warriors Baramulla. And action caught! Brilliant catch by the captain. This is why I always take and count this man as a serious captain always. It was not only a single slip, he was having one more close to him. And Azim Rathur just spins it away from the right-hander Zayed, who was trying to go for the drive. Thick outside edge. And a big man in the slips who doesn't drop too many. There you go. Eyes on the ball. Perfect position and balance. And swinging and flexing both his arms in air and celebrating in a genius way. Number 6 departs. It's 22 for 6 now. And Zayed departs after scoring 1 of 7. And Kotwa Warriors are having no answers whatsoever to the bowling of Azim and Nadim. And a local boy, Sujil. Azim Rathur now gets 3 wickets, 3 for 6. It's really coming out as a one-side contest, for Sultans. And appeal again, loud, and up goes the finger. It's 2-2. Sujil. Well, he says he was having some part of the blade involved. Everybody went up. Everybody appealing. Loud and clear. And umpire Arif taking not too much of time in raising his right finger up. It's 2-2 and Azim Rathur again. He comes on the hat-trick. Well, there was no excuse at all. That was plump. In line. Big gap between bat and ball. So there was no edge. That's a good decision on account of the umpire. Sujil goes. Golden duck. Azim Rathur on hat-trick. Nadim Dar was on a hat-trick, but he was not able. But now Azim Rathur, can he? And is he going to have a 5-wicket haul? Is he going to have a 5-wicket fifer? This is a serious situation for Kotwa Warriors. A new man joins in. And it's a hat-trick ball. Azim Rathur goes. Hat-trick ball. And bat and bat close together. Sahil Khan, who had a day with the ball, needs to have some part with the blade as well. Successful over comes 10 and power play done just 1 extra. Good discipline in the column. And it's 22 for 7 after power play. Now we're heading towards the lowest total in House of Well Champions League. And I believe Nadim Dar will continue. Nadim Dar and Azim Rathur, they both share 7 wickets. 4 wickets to Azim, 3 wickets to Nadim. It's something you would have never believed and imagined that this way the chase will start. It's disastrous. It's a lethal bowling performance from Nadim Dar and his troops. It looks no game plan. No plans in the chase. Not the time to settle down. Sultan Warriors Baramulla just stealing the show in the power play. Believe it, 7 wickets down. With just 22 on the board. It's Faisal Manzoor, who is the last key. Who can be the man who can hope against a hope for his side, Kotwa. Highest scorer so far, 13 of 9. And he goes for the big shot. No, it's Asim Manzoor. It's Asim Bashir. It takes it beautifully. It's number 8 and big man Faisal Manzoor also goes and Nadim Dar has his pour. And I believe it's something what we call wowing for the situation. Azim Rathur and Nadim Dar were about to finish the game in no time. History about to be scripted. And it's just 2 wickets away, and Sultan Warriors Baramulla script a history in House of Wealth. Not having the best part of the blade, only the elevation, not the distance. And the tongue mark boy Asim Bashir catches it clean and clear. Oh no. Look at the figures, look at the score, look at the wickets. Well, this is all messy. Well, who would have believed in the way they just bowled? Great bowling performances. It was thought that they might come good with the chase. It looked like they are just playing with no plans at all. And Nadim Dar along. It's sensational. And Rajesh Lal. And is he surely going to produce some miracle knock? And I believe it's not that easy what you think. And Nadim Dar, look at that. It looks like a fielding of Test cricket is being applied. And Nadim Dar on the verge of just finishing the game in this over. He's got 4 balls left. And he might pick up 5 or 6 wickets. Because the way if you look at the close fielding, it surely looks quite serious for Rajesh Lal to tackle. Wrapped to the pad again. He's appealing, but no. Umpire says not out. That was a quicker, the stock ball from Nadim Dar. And umpire Arif just shakes his head and says not out. Nadim Dar looked all happy. Looked that he got the man. This will give you a clear view. Standing behind. Maybe that height was the factor. .22 for 8. It's just like come and go for Kotwa Warriors batters. Shorter format of T20 and things like this. Again, wrapped on the pad. It is not for the runs again. Last ball. Inside edge. Just like they're toying with the batters. Normally you see batter toying with the bowler, but it's bowler toying with the batter. And another great over comes to an end. 7 gone. They're going slightly over 3. It's 22 for 8, needing 134. Forget about that total they're chasing. It's all about those 2 wickets. But Sultan Warriors are looking to find them. What a performance from Sultans. Sultans showing the Sultan signs. And Nazib Rotter, I believe, will continue. He is into his last. Has got 4. And is he going to wrap the innings up in this over? 2 wickets away. Sultans registering a victory. 3 in a trot. Tomorrow facing JK11 Shopian. You win, you go to the top, you lose. And you come on to the next number. Sahil Khan. Well, let's see. Is he going to produce some big shots? All pressure on this man. Tough day. You can say it that it has been a bowling domination today. From both sides. Lovely on the back foot. Running. It's running all the way. Wes Itu. And finally gives up his chase. And the ball races away quickly for 4 runs. For a long time we have seen such a delightful shot from the blade of Sahil Khan. Watchful. Just a bit quicker. Played it with ease, straight back long, not for the runs. Going quite easy, Sultan Warriors dominating. Not the ball to cut. Single to finish, only a boundary in this over. 8 overs gone. It's 26 for 8. So I was making a special announcement. Once again, I do find it a chance to make it. House of Well Champions League coming up with its Jammu edition. It's really going to be something big and brand. Some reputed teams of the valley. It's really going to come up with something, we believe, magical. More than what you find and what you found in this very House of Well Champions League, Luktipora. As this league gets concluded, you're surely going to have the name of House of Wealth once again, as it's really going to come up with something brand cricket from Jammu. That's going to be a winter carnival. Up and goes! This is 5-wicket haul for Nadim Dar. Rajesh Lal. And he just finds a victim to Nadim Dar. Lal goes without scoring of 5 balls. It's a 5-wicket haul to the captain of Sultan Warriors Baramulla. And he's a delighted captain. Flight and nowhere in position. And Umesh Setu says, thank you, buddy, for this ball. What a bowling performance. It has been all dominance from the two left and right arm combination. Captain and Azim Rathir, they are sealing the deal. They are sharing 9 wickets. And Nadim Dar on the verge of having a 6-wicket haul. And what a performance it is going to be if it does. But especially, I would say, 5-wicket haul, always something sublime for a bowler. Was a stage in the first innings when it looked that Sultans are struggling quite a big way. They were 81 for 9. Thanks to that last wicket partnership between Salman and Azim Rathir. They maintained that run rate and just maintained that legacy of that partnership. Just took the total on to 133. And when get back to the defence, the results are at our screens. Kotwa Warriors 1 wicket away. And they are walking back to Kotwa with all bag and baggage. They are surely taking some special memories around. As we had a talk with them, some players in the early part of this House of Well Champions League, they did mention, and in the second edition we will come up with a strong side. And we got to wait for the same. Maybe they take part in the Jammu edition as well with some strong combination. And JD Singh from Kotwa, the last man. And Sahil Khan stands on the non-striking stumps, batting on 4 of 7. And it has been absolutely a day for Sultans. Could be tied, could be. And finally settles back to their respective homes. And here you could see umpire Arif waves both his arms and calls it as a wide ball. Just the second extra so far. Wrapped to the pad. Could be. Oh! This is it. Nadim Dar comes up with a 6-wicket haul. What a performance. JD Singh goes. Trapped in front of the stumps. And ultimately they're all out for just 28. And this has come out. The lowest total and history has been scripted by Sultan Warriors Baramulla. They won it quite comprehensively, defending only 134. 106 runs is a big margin for Sultans. And this gives them a lot of confidence tomorrow. They get ready to face JK11 Shopian and Kotwa Warriors, all set to go and depart and leave back to the home with going nothing great all the way in this last match they played here. They came up with some different stars in the lineup, but nobody just could stand in front of that bowling standards, especially Azim Rathir and Nadim Dar. But Nadim Dar, what a spell. And he has been just bowling captain spell, 6 wickets and looked unstoppable. That's all what we have. Sultan Warriors Baramulla winning this match by 106 runs. And thank you very much for being with us and taking you back for the post-match presentation. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. सिंपली में अक चीज यह तुलना थोद पत फिरना इत पे बाकी ये ठीक है टेंशन ना ला कोई बात नहीं meu kasam Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm Baba Nisar and I'm bringing you for the post-match presentation ceremony of the match number 14 of House of Well Champions League Luktipora. It was the match number 14 between Sultan Warriors Baramulla and Kotwa Warriors. And the way Sultan Warriors Baramulla played cricket, we could say absolutely it was just sublime. The domination, when they get back to the defense, and they have come up with a history out here in House of Well Champions League by dominating Kotwa Warriors and getting them all out on just 28, defending 134. So big hands for Sultan Warriors Baramulla, please. Not taking too much of your time, straight we go for some awards to be felicitated. And for the fan of the match, I request Mr. Javed Daryal Sir, please, Chief Mentor of this House of Well Champions League Luktipora, to come forward and present the fan of the match. And it goes to Mr. Rauf Ahmed Ganai. Big hands for Rauf Ahmed Ganai. Fan of the match, please. A t-shirt where it's written with House of the Well Champions League and fan of the match. Big hands for Rauf Ahmed Ganai, please. Thank you, Javed Saab. Moving on, we go for Game Changer Award. And to present this Game Changer Award, I request Mr. Abdullah Ganai Saab, please come forward. He will be